So before we just jump straight into it, I want to first start off by saying a few things. The whole entire point of this call is everybody watching this video, me personally, we all want to hear your genuine opinion on the program. Your experience, nobody else's experience, the truth, and nothing but the truth. If it's shit, tell us it's shit. If it's good, tell us it's good. And anything and everything in between. I just want this to be like a very, very honest and open review of your experience within the program. Sound cool? You can do that?
Yep.
Okay, for sure. Awesome. Just before we just jump straight into it, can you quickly introduce yourself? Who you are, what you do, and how long you've been reselling for?
My name's Austin. I resell sneakers. I'm also attending college, going to college classes. I've been reselling since March of 2024, so close to a year and a half now. But I've only been wholesaling with Brayden for about 3 months, maybe 4.
Okay, cool. And then before joining the program, your reselling business was very interesting. Can you explain to them what you were doing and what it looked like?
I was just flipping used. I was doing grails. I was kind of trying to work my way up the grail ladder. Kind of trying to make more and more with each flip, but it was slow. I was maybe making 500 to 1,000 a month on a good month.
What did selling grails look like? Were you just buying a shoe for 1,000 and trying to sell it for 2,000, or how many shoes were you selling?
For 1,000, trying to sell it for 1,250 or something. It was fun. It was cool to see the shoes, but it wasn't making me much money.
Yeah, what do you feel like the biggest issue with that business model is? Is it sourcing, or is it finding somebody that you can make money off of?
It's slow. And with used, usually you have to get 99% of used pairs in hand. You can't really drop ship a used pair. So, you end up waiting a week to make 250, and now I'm making 250 in a day. And it's a lot easier for me to source pairs and make money on DS shoes than it is to source. I would spend my whole day looking through Instagram trying to find, used grails to make money on. It's hard to find steals.
Right. And then before you joined the program, what were some of the biggest struggles or challenges that you were facing within your business?
I'd say definitely sourcing. And then, I have a select few people that I'd sell to, and it just became inconsistent with them. It's hard to find people that pay good on that kind of stuff. Because once you find a few people that pay good, you start learning what to pay based on what they'll pay. But that and sourcing, I would be sitting all day, trying to find pairs all day, but now it's easy for me to find pairs every single day.
Right. And then how do those challenges make you feel about your business at the time? Did you think it was sustainable? Did you think this was something you could do full time, or what was your perspective on the business as a whole or side hustle at the time?
It always felt like it was something that it felt like it was going well, but in hindsight it was not going that well. My goal was always to just kind of keep working my way up the ranks, start doing, $5,000 shoes. And it just didn't make the most sense as a business model. And I knew there were other people, even that were around me, that were making more money than me. But that's just what I was doing. I was kind of stuck in that mindset.
Right. Did you feel like it was a business? It was something that you could do long term, or no?
Not at the level I was doing, no.
Okay, cool. And then why was that, though? Just you didn't feel like it was scalable? You couldn't scale that to 5K plus?
It was an impossible scale. This is another thing that maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead, but comparing what I'm doing now to what I was doing then, I can sit on my computer and have a million things to do all day and not run out of stuff to do. With that, it felt like I'd click through every single story. If I didn't find pairs, it didn't feel like there was much else I could be doing. It's hard to scale used and grails and stuff like that.
Right, definitely. And then if you could give advice to anybody who's in a similar position to you, selling grails, what would you tell them? Would you tell them to stop? Would you tell them to try something else, or what?
Depends on what stage you're at and what capital you're at. I think that the route that I went was good for the start because it's big margins, it's fun. I'm a sneakerhead, I enjoy doing that. But I think once you get to a certain point, maybe 5K network or something, and you're actually ready to scale and you have time and you're looking to scale, you will make 10 times more money doing wholesale than you will doing grails.
Right. And then what made you even decide to join this program? I know when we got on this call, I remember we had it, dude. It was almost 4 months ago. We were I was sitting in my warehouse and we were sitting there talking, and you didn't even why did you get on the call? You didn't know that we were going to try to get you to join our program, right?
I didn't even know you had one. I just knew that you were wholesaling, and I'd seen your account for probably you were one of the first few people I followed when I started reselling. And honestly, I think one of the main things that made me join was the fact that you started reselling after I did, and you were making 50K a month. And I'm like, damn, what am I doing wrong? So that was, that's you had that credibility. That was also impressive to me. And then at the same time, in my position, I was like, it was just hard for me to make sales. It was slow. So I was like, maybe I need to start trying new stuff.
Right. And then I know you kind of answered this a little bit. You were making what, like less than 1,000 a month on average just off selling grails?
This is also another thing that like changed my mindset of how I was tracking the business. I never even tracked how much I made monthly. It was always just total. Like the most I remember ever making off of a deal was like $800. Like I'd make money when I'd go to events and stuff, but it was like probably less than 1,000 a month.
Right. And then did you really have any hesitations or concerns or anything that was stressing you out before you joined the program?
Before I joined the program?
Well, when you were thinking about joining the programs, yeah.
Not really. Like I think I considered it for a couple days with the $3,000, but after talking to you, like I hopped on a call with a couple other people that had programs. I hopped on a call with Jimmy, and I felt like you weren't trying to sell me. Like we had a genuine conversation, and like it doesn't really feel like you were in a course with me. So it was pretty easy for me to join. I knew that I was going to be like helped throughout the whole process. I just trusted you, so I wasn't too worried about it. And like I said, it was so slow for me. I had the to spend. I was like, screw it. What else am I going to do with it?
Yeah, right. And then what's been your favorite part or the most valuable thing that you've learned so far within this program? Or like what specifically, like everybody else has like their different perspectives. Like people think that the connections are the best, the one-on-one access. For you specifically, what's given you the most valuable information? What do you like the most?
As far as information-wise or resource-wise?
Everything within the program. What's the most valuable thing that you've taken away?
I'd say it's probably the community. Like there's so many people that are constantly like pushing you to do better. Like on a daily basis, I have people telling me like, no, you need to shoot for more. And, it's nice to be surrounded by a bunch of winners and people that are also pushing for the same goals and stuff. So it pushes you to like, there's a little bit of competitiveness there also. And all these people in here will just make you money and stuff too. Right. I think that's my favorite thing is the people and the connections I've made from it.
Right. So fast forward back to before you joined the program, it was a side hustle. You looked at it as a side hustle, correct?
Right. It was
right. And then different. Now, would you consider it a business?
Oh yeah.
So how has this program helped you look at your sneaker reselling differently, going from the side hustle perspective to like actual business perspective?
I think previously I didn't even think about it as a business. Like I was scaling, yes, but like I took it nowhere near as seriously as I took this. And I think it's because I've seen, how far you can go. And even like you as an example, like you have taken it to such a high level in such a short amount of time. It just, you realize that more is possible. Like with the grail space and the used space, there's only a couple people doing it and making the same amount that you can be making from wholesale.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. You're not wrong at all. And then what specific results have you seen since joining? Like what's different about your sales, your revenue, your consistency, etc.? What results have you seen?
I'm making money damn near every single day. Before it would be like I'd make a sale, once a week, maybe be a big sale once a week, but I'm making money consistently every single day. I've definitely put in more time, but it's like I know what I'm putting time into and I see results from it. And then honestly, after joining, it's just the work ethic has been there so much more too. Like I've felt myself wanting to work harder and like knowing I'm making more progress.
Right. So ever since you joined a little less than 4 months ago, how much have you made in total since joining?
Like 10 grand.
Okay, cool. And how long do you think it would have took you to make that 10 grand by yourself with what you were doing compared to doing
I actually like this question. From March 2024 until what did I join? Like June 2025?
Yeah.
From that point, selling used, I made 10 grand and I just made 10 grand from wholesale in like 3 or 4 months.
Bingo.
And I've been scaling every single month.
How much are you going to make in October? What's your goal?
October, probably between 7.5 and 10K.
Okay. And like, what are you doing to get there?
Somewhere in there.
Like, what are you doing to get there?
I'm branching out right now. I'm trying to do some, a little bit more used. Actually, I'm trying to get into a little bit of used wholesale, but I'm doing some StockX. But it's really just, the content, making a lot of content this month, trying to connect with new people, and really just do more.
Right. So I kind of asked this question a little bit before, but how does your business and your mindset feel now compared to before? Like, what's the biggest difference?
I'd probably say just how serious I'm taking it. And maybe that's a little bit of a personal shift, but I think that the course has really helped me to do that, because even when I was first like getting into the course and buying it, I wasn't in the mindset I'm in now.
Right. Makes sense. Bro, what do your parents think about all this? I know that your dad was very aware of you joining this program. Let me ask you, like, at the time, like, when you told him that you were doing this, what did he say?
They were both very skeptical at first. They were like 3 grand, you're really gonna spend on this? And I was like yeah, like it wasn't even the like fact that it was expensive. It was just the value was there for me, and I knew that I was going to make my money back from it. And I think that they've seen the shift in how much I've been working, and the results have been there, and it's scaling. So it's been good.
Do they know how much you're making a month now?
They do. I keep updating them.
What do they think? What do they think about what you just did in September?
They like it. They're still trying to get me to go to college, so I'm trying to scale up a little bit more, show them that I'm good.
Yeah.
Because there's so much room for growth.
Right. I agree with you. And then what goals are like you working towards on a day-to-day basis now that you feel are actually possible that were never possible before?
Goals that I'm working towards on a day-to-day basis, I would say just connecting with new people. Like, it's been so much easier for me to connect with new people.
Right.
The dead stock market, there's so much more customers for dead stock.
Right.
It's kind of opened my eyes to, because I was always chasing the margin, but the volume game is so much better.
Right.
I think that more and more people are starting to realize that. But the volume game, there's so much more customer base for it between stores and StockX and everything.
Right. But what goals are you working towards? Like, what's your next goal that you think is actually possible?
Next goal that I think is actually possible, I guess, a 10K month.
Bingo. What's after 10K? Do you think that you can do more than 10K?
Oh, easily. But I can't say 100K right now. You know what I mean? I got to take it in increments. But
Right.
I'd like to hit a 20K before, I don't know, maybe March.
Do it, bro. I believe in you. And, anything is possible at the end of the day if you work hard enough. And it really comes down to three things. Do you show up every single day? Do you want it? And are you consistent? And if you can do all three of those things really fucking well every single day, you will see results and you will win. And I've made that very clear to you and everybody else that we've worked with. But if somebody is watching this video and they're watching the video to learn more about me, learn more about the program, learn more about you, and they're on the fence about reaching out to us, joining the program, even hopping on a call with us, what would you tell them?
I think that the program is amazing. I've had a few people reach out to me, and I've recommended it to every single one of them I know. I've had a couple of people that I know actually join it. And I think that the program really gives you every single resource that you need. I didn't know anything about wholesale when I started this. I'd sold maybe like 3 DS shoes ever. I was only doing used. So I had a complete business model shift. But, Brayden was able to help me and, teach me everything that I needed to know, even on like a very basic level. And it's been extremely helpful.
Right. What do you feel like your biggest struggle was? Transition.
Probably at the start, I had no customers at the start because it was a complete shift for my business model. Content helped with that. That was my biggest struggle.
Do you feel like
just learning what to pay and knowing who to sell to?
Right. What do you feel like was the biggest determining factor to get you more customers?
Maybe at the start, outreach, honestly.
Outreach.
Outreach was helpful.
Outreaching to sell or to buy, or like what? Like what kind of outreach?
I think outreaching to buyers, saying, "Hey, are you buying?" Because after I was able to drop ship lists off of people in the group, that's how I started making most of my money. Just DMing people, and I had all the resources at my fingertips. And then from there, you kind of learn, this is sell for this on the daily, and I don't. Getting into that, I have no clue what a Panda Dunk is going to sell for dead stock when you're selling 200 pairs of them, but you kind of pick it up.
Right. And I kind of asked this question to you a little bit at the beginning, but I'm going to ask it again. If there's a reseller out there who was in the same spot as you, in a similar position, maybe making 1,000 or 2,000 a month, what piece of advice would you give them?
If they're going to join, or should they join?
Well, I mean, just what piece of advice you would give them, whether they work with us or not. Like, what is the biggest thing that you can tell them to help them make more money or scale their business as a whole? Just somebody who's making less than 1,000 or 2,000 a month.
I think that you need to put yourself into a scalable business model. Like what I was doing before, even if I had applied the same work ethic and like, determination that I've been applying to wholesale, I don't know if I would have been able to get it to grow as much as I've gotten this to grow. You need to put yourself in a scalable business model to allow yourself to grow.
Right. Do you have anything else for anybody watching this video? Anything about your journey? Anything that you want anybody else to know that would watch this video?
I would say, honestly, I think the main thing that I've noticed after like the 1 or 2 month mark is that, you've given me really everything that I need to get started. And it's an amazing resource to come back to. But once you get like on your feet, it's really like a you versus you kind of thing. So you need to be ready to like put in as much effort as possible if you want to see success. And once you like all the guys in the group are in the same exact position you are, everyone is pushing you to do better. And you see so much success around you. Like I am probably still one of the people making the fewer amount of money in the group, and it's nice to see people above me and know how much is possible. So I would say you need to be ready to work very hard if you're going to join up. But there's a high ceiling. You can take it very far.
Definitely, I agree with you. What do you feel like something that we're missing in the program? Something that like you would want to see us implement that would make you more money?
I don't know. I don't think there's any really major things that are missing. Honestly, I guess I don't know. Honestly, I don't think there's anything really missing. Like I guess there's always room for improvement, but there's no major like flaws or anything. If there were, yeah, really, I'm trying to come up with an answer, and it's pretty good, Brayden.
Yeah, no, I appreciate.
There's amazing connections in there.
Right. How do you feel like it's changed since you joined though? Because you were probably top 3 first people in the program, and we're almost 4 months into this now. How do you feel like it's changed since you joined?
I've seen so many more people come in, and it's way different when there's 20 people in here versus 5 people in there. It's just more active. There's more community. The calls are bigger. But I mean, there's still a ton of time for one-on-one. Twice a week, have a call with you and Gabe. It's just bigger. It's more alive. And I've seen the growth in people too.
Yeah, cool. Do you have anything else for me? Anything else for anybody watching this video? Do you have any questions for me at all?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think if you were on the fence about joining, hop on a call with Brayden. He will have like a genuine conversation with you.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. I think we kind of rounded off on everything. Guys, if you're still watching this video all the way until the end right now, I do appreciate you. But Austin is living proof that it's possible. I think this dude joined our program. You started with what, like 8K to your name after 7K after you joined?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you only had $7,000 to invest into this new business model, and within 4 months you've made 10K. You've quite literally pretty much 10x'd your business as a whole, and are going to go on to 20x in this Q4.
Right.
So I appreciate you coming on, and if you're watching this video and you are on the fence, reach out to us. Austin is living proof that it's possible. If he can do it, anybody can do it. And out of everybody in this entire program, his testimonial means the most to me, because this dude is a fucking grinder, and he's went through damn near every single hardship and struggle and that I have seen, and with all the calls that I've topped on with him. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you on the other side.